Of you have been following this man, but the establishment, corporate, diet MAGA Democrats are absolutely crashing out with the most severe case of Hasan derangement syndrome I think I've ever seen in my life. So you now have Third Way, this corporate fake Democrat group, which is trying to drive a wedge in the Democratic Party. And they're trying to excise Hasan Piker and, by extension, every single anti-Israel, anti-Zionist, anti-genocide member of the Democratic coalition. That's what they're trying to do here. So there were a bunch of smear articles that were written trying to take down Hasan, trying to make it seem like, he's a real controversial, flamethrower that you need to stay away from if you're a Democrat. And then they couch it in this language of like, it'll hurt you in the election if you talk to him, if you, associate with him in any way, shape, or form. That's how they couch it. But it's all bullshit because, again, at the end of the day, their goal, Third Way's goal, and all these diet MAGA Democrats, their job is to try to keep the Democratic Party corporate and keep the Democratic Party pro-war and pro-Israel. That's their job. They take a tremendous amount of money from the military-industrial complex and the Israel lobby and all these corporations, and they don't want a Democratic Party that's anti-Zionist, that's anti-billionaire, that's pro-social democracy. They want the party to maintain its Clinton base, right? Its Clinton facade of neoliberalism and extreme capitalism and endless war and deregulation and things of that nature. So there was a big article in Politico where apparently they decided to ask a bunch of the potential contenders for 2028, would you do an event or stream with Hasan? And most of them, I believe, didn't answer, okay? Some said, I would not talk to that guy, how dare you? And then some of them said, I would. So in the would column is Ro Khanna, for example. We all know that. Bernie has, of course, talked to Hasan Piker a lot, even though he's not going to run again. But, there's plenty of people in the Democratic Party who do, talk to him from time to time. But a bunch said no. So look at this. Mehdi Hasan says, Democratic Senators Cory Booker, Ruben Gallego, and Alyssa Slotkin all told Politico they wouldn't go on Hasan Piker's show. Ladies and gentlemen, Cory Booker is a hardcore Zionist. He took a picture with Benjamin Netanyahu. He snuggled up to Yoav Gallant, who's a fucking war criminal. He swims in Israel lobby money. That's why he doesn't want to go on Hasan's show. Ruben Gallego, don't know why he would make this decision. He desperately tries to fit in online and tries to get in good with new media figures, but apparently he's running away from Hasan Piker because he doesn't know how to read a fucking room politically. So that's embarrassing. And Alyssa Slotkin got, her fucking life destroyed by Crystal when she grilled her on her support for the genocide in Gaza and humiliated herself. But apparently she's deciding, I'm going to snuggle up more to the Zionist elements in the party. And as Mehdi Hasan says here, so these politicians, Cory, Ruben, and Alyssa Slotkin, they have all been on Bill Maher's show. Bill Maher says Islam is, quote, like the mafia. The Muslim world has, quote, too much in common with ISIS. Muslims bring, quote, desert stuff to the West. And he's also used the N-word on his show, among other things. In fact, as Adam Johnson points out here, also more to the point, all these guys feigning outrage about Hasan Piker's 9/11 comments, they went on Bill Maher's show. Bill Maher is famous for praising the 9/11 hijackers and saying they are not cowards. So what Hasan said? He said America, quote, deserved 9/11. But that was in the context of talking about the CIA term blowback. Blowback means, hey, there's going to be unintended consequences where your shit gets rocked because you keep interfering in Muslim countries. You keep bombing Muslim countries. You keep sanctioning and starving innocent people in Muslim countries. And the blowback of that is then there's going to be some extremist groups that attack you. That's what Hasan was referring to, and everybody pretends like he's just flat out in favor of murdering civilians. No, quite the opposite. His commentary on his show on a daily basis is to be against murdering civilians, like, for example, what Israel is doing in Gaza every single fucking day. So these people are a bunch of smear merchants. That's what they are. And now they're trying to make Hasan a wedge issue and make it so that if you associate with him, they're going to spend a shitload of money against you to try to defeat you. Look at this one. Senator Cory Booker says he wouldn't go on Hasan's stream because of his comments on Jewish people in 9/11. By the way, Hasan repeatedly stresses, I'm anti-Zionist, I'm anti-Israel, I am pro-Jew. He says, Jews are not the problem. Many Jews are leading the fight against the apartheid state of Israel. Here is Cory Booker associating with the genocidal war criminal Yoav Gallant, Cory Booker, Ruben Gallego, Alyssa Slotkin all said they wouldn't go on Piker's stream, as you know. Here's Yoav Gaunt. Thank you to my friend, Senator Cory Booker, for hosting an important discussion on the powerful alliance between Israel and the United States, which translated into unprecedented support during the Seven Front War. We discussed the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, primarily the critical timing for an agreement that will bring home the hostages held by Hamas, including both Israeli and U.S. citizens. This is the guy who famously said, we're cutting off all food, fuel, water, and electricity, going into all of Gaza. Openly saying, we're doing collective punishment. I'm the collective punishment man. I'm going after innocent men, women, and children in Gaza, and I hope they fucking starve to death. This is that guy. He's snuggling up to him, but you can't even have a conversation with Hasan Piker. What a sick, fucking disgusting, pathetic little joke. It's incredible. It's absolutely unbelievable. Andrew Perez says the following. Worth noting, as third way campaigns against Hasan Piker and moderate Dems join them, that they specifically want to reduce far left influence and infrastructure. What they're doing here is not, Hasan is just a proxy. He's a proxy for the left flank of the party. He's a proxy for people who are anti-genocide. He's a proxy for people who are anti-billionaire. And what's the actual reality of the situation? The reality is this, y'all. Look at this. Here's everything Democratic voters agree with Hasan over the Democratic Party on. 95% support raising taxes on billionaires, as Gavin Newsom fights against that in California, by the way. 85% support Medicare for all. 78% support abolishing ICE. 77% oppose U.S. military force to attack Iran. And 67% believe Israel committed genocide. On every single one of these points, Hasan Piker is simpatico with the Democratic voting base, with actual run-of-the-mill, regular, everyday Democrats. And the Democratic elites, the corporate Democrats, the diet MAGA Democrats, are against these positions. So, look, I'm here to tell you, this is a smear campaign. It's Hasan derangement syndrome. And anybody who's partaking in it, you're basically a useful idiot for MAGA, or you're fucking malicious, right? And you are just diet MAGA. You are just like, hey, I kind of agree with Republicans on a lot more shit than I pretend. There is no in-between. There is no in-between at all. And so the smear campaign is pathetic. And by the way, let me also just say the final point on this is I'm kind of embarrassed at the limp dick nature of the defenses of Hasan, because there's a lot of people who are out there going like, oh, well, I thought we believed in free speech and we believed in dialogue with everybody, and this seems very anti-free speech to try to cancel him, and we should be able to talk to him even though I disagree with him on a lot of things. No, we need to take these smears head fucking on. It's absolute fucking horseshit that he's anti-Semitic. It's horseshit. Somebody posted the other day, it was a 30-minute compilation of Hasan repeatedly separating out anti-Zionism from anti-Semitism and saying anti-Zionism is the way we go. Anti-Semitism is stupid and dumb and wrong and bad. And Nick Fuentes is a fucking Nazi. He blames all Jews. That's fucked up. That's wrong. 30-minute compilation of that. And the best we get in terms of defending Hasan is, well, on free speech grounds, I guess I might talk to him. No, fuck that. Defend him on the fucking substance. But maybe I'm in the media, so it's a little bit different from people who are running for office. But I think you get the point. And it certainly is true that you had like Mallory McMorrow, who's smearing Hasan and comparing him to Nick Fuentes. So Mallory McMorrow, famously, at the end of the last election, she said, us Democrats need to go talk to everybody, bro. We need to go have that conversation with Joe Rogan. Reach out to the bro podcaster sphere. We need more masculine energy on the Democratic side. That's what we need. And so she goes from that, and articles being written, who's the Joe Rogan of the left? Is it Hasan Piker? To now, I would never associate with him. I wouldn't go on his stream. I wouldn't talk to him. I would never do such a thing. And then, reiterates pathetic smears against him that are just factually wrong. So it is disgusting and it is hypocritical. But again, what I would say is defend him on the substance, because they're just lying about this man. What they're saying about him is not true. And anybody who watches his stream, watch his stream for 1 or 2 days, and you will know beyond any doubt whatsoever, they are fucking lying about him and smearing him. Okay? But, yeah, they also are hypocrites. There's no denying that whatsoever. They absolutely are hypocrites. They're comparing him to Nick Fuentes when that's a lie. And they were saying, let's go on Joe Rogan, let's go everywhere, except Hasan. So it's weird how the big tent never only goes in one direction. It only goes to people to your right. It never seems to go to people to your left, who are supposed to make up your base and be like the core of your party. Well, you're just begging to lose at that point. You know what I'm saying? But here's the good news, guys. The fact that they're freaking out over this means they know they're losing the battle. right? They know they're losing the war. They know that. They know that Abdul el-Sayed is surging in Michigan, and so that's why they tried to smear him and bring him down along with Hassan. And they're getting desperate because they can no longer control the narrative. The support for Israel among the Democratic base has fucking collapsed, and it's not coming back. It's just not coming back. And so this campaign is very desperate, and I think it's evidence that their days are numbered. Deep down, they know that, and this is like them lashing out in the most obnoxious way possible. But there you have it. I mean, severe Hassan derangement syndrome. Understand what it is, understand where it comes from, and understand what the overall purpose of it is. The overall purpose is to say, keep the Democratic Party more right-wing. Keep the Democratic Party more diet MAGA. Don't you dare do the opposite of MAGA. Don't you dare go left. Don't you dare actually represent your base. Well, guess what? We're all fucking fed up with it. We're all done with it, and it's time